And right now, some breaking news. George Floyd's family's attorney, Ben Crump, speaking in Minnesota. That is him. He has just filed a lawsuit against the city and police department for Floyd's death. Let's listen in.
Those great attorneys and myself are proud to come and continue the discussion that started in America in the aftermath of the killing of George Floyd outside of Crump food store here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today, we have filed a federal wrongful death civil rights lawsuit on behalf of George Floyd's family and all of his children. We are going to have an important conversation that continues based on this lawsuit that documents what we have said all along, and that is it was not just the knee of Officer Derek Chauvin on George Floyd's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, but it was the knee of the entire Minneapolis Police Department on the neck of George Floyd that killed him. The City of Minneapolis has a history of policies and procedures and deliberate indifference when it comes to the treatment of arrestees, especially black men, that cries out for training and discipline. Now, this is an unprecedented case, and with this lawsuit, we seek to set a precedence to make it financially prohibitive that the police won't wrongfully kill marginalized people, especially black people, in the future. This is a crisis in black America, a public health crisis. While all of America is dealing with the public health crisis of the coronavirus pandemic, black America has to deal with another public health pandemic of police brutality. This is the tipping point. This is the tipping point for policing in America. This is a public health crisis. Recently, there was a study by the American Journal of Public Health that found black men were killed by the police 3.5 times more than white men. Now, I know it has been said that the police kill more white people, but we have to put this in context. We have to put this in context. Black people in America make up 13% of the population, while white people in America make up 73% of the population. We have to keep these statistics in context. It's important that we look at how black people are profiled by the police. We look because if you're gonna tell the story correctly and put it in context.
That is Ben Crump, the Floyd family attorney, announcing a wrongful civil rights death suit filed on behalf of Floyd's family. His death, of course, triggering nationwide protests, calls to defund police, and major race conversations. You can follow this on khou.com, and of course, we'll have the latest on the 411.